this is by far the most blood, especially with the chainsaw. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I've never had that much blood. That was insane. But I love, I love it. I
Yeah.
love torture, and I love that aspect of horror movies.
I mean, ultimately, it's a revenge movie. Obviously, I love violent movies. I love making my films full of blood and violence, but I don't really take any joy really in like the torture and the suffering. What I really take enjoyment from is the revenge, the catharsis that comes later. So you have to put the girls through absolute hell and misery because later on it's going to make us so much more excited to see. I mean, I won't spoil the film, but it's going to make us so much more excited to see how the tables turn. I mean, the location where we filmed was so run down and decayed and horrible. It was just perfect. It was literally like a farmhouse out of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. And you were more
Mhm.
than happy to just dive in on a dirty stained mattress and get chained up to the bed.
But in real life, I'm like, germs and dirt. It's particular in restaurants, but when it's the character, I'm down. I'm down for anything. Let's go because I'm serving the character, and
Mhm.
it really helped. I'm glad that you mentioned the rundown location. That helped. It was very uncomfortable. Uh, I was cold, and it was damp and just dirty. I mean, I had to even get a tetanus shot. There was so much rust everywhere, and where the abandoned house we found the couch and the mattresses was utterly disgusting. But when it was time, I mean, I was down to get in that couch, get on the bed, because the character would be in that situation. And
Yeah.
so it just helped me more get into character, really. Like if I were to go there today, I'd probably not even walk in. I'd be so grossed out. But when it was time for filming, it was just so stellar, so perfect and wonderful, really.
Shall we quickly tell people about the movie? What they're in for and what they should expect from this movie.
So two girlfriends are leaving their homes in South Carolina, and they are going off to Texas. One of the friends, which is the character I play, her name is Sherry. She's a aspiring singer, and we're leaving our parents. And on the way to Texas, all hell breaks loose. We stop at the wrong place, the wrong time, and that's where the film takes off.
I think you and the whole cast really were like completely fearless, not just with obviously diving into the blood and the sweat and all of that sort of stuff and the dirt and the grime, but also just with like the content and the subject matter of the movie in itself. I mean, obviously I wrote the lead character Sherry for you, and I knew that you could deliver that intensity all the way through the movie, but Annabeth is also a really, really difficult character. So we were really lucky to get Madison. We never had worked with her before, and she just came in and did an insanely good job.
She was such just a beautiful person inside and out, just
Mm-mm.
wonderful, loving and caring, and that carries into her acting. She's just so wonderful to work with her. I mean, it was a dream. I love the driving scenes. It was so fun being with her in the car the whole day, going back and forth. She's just awesome, just a great character and a great person. Yeah.
And then playing really the main villain is Scott, who we've worked with together before, twice before. He's been in two of the movies that you and me have done together before. And Scott plays two characters in the movie, actually. Maybe you can talk about that.
Yeah, Scott's the best. I just hope that when I'm his age, I'd like to still be acting. I can, do as well as he does.
Uh-huh.
And you give him so many lines and paragraphs, and he gets them all. He's fantastic. I love working with him. So he plays two characters, Bocephus Rex and Wyatt Rex, which are actually brothers in the movie. One is our main villain at Cassini Ranch, and the other is the town sheriff. Obviously, a dirty sheriff. He's a dirty cop, and bless his heart, Scott would have to go in and out of. He'd have to change his teeth every time The twin brother has regular teeth, and Bocephus has like three teeth. So he would be in his car because we're in this disgusting ranch. I mean, there were mirrors, but he needed the light and things to put the teeth in his mouth. So he'd go back and forth, and he just did a fantastic job. He would be so mean as Bocephus, and then he'd have to, which Wyatt ends up being really mean as well. But to be honest, I don't know how he did it. If I could do that at 75 years old, whoa, wow! I just give him so much credit. Another really great person on and off the screen. He's so sweet, so wonderful, so hardworking, and I
Yeah.
just learned so much from him every time.
Because we were doing shots where we would have to shoot all of Bocephus and then he'd have to change his costume, change his teeth, and then he'd have to shoot all of Wyatt, all within the same shot. So it was time consuming. But I just had this really cool idea that the two of them, the two characters could both be played by Scott. Um, and then, I mean, I don't want to spoil the movie, but I'll just say this: you actually get to play two separate characters in the movie as well, two very different from each other characters. But I think that's all I'll say about it. Um, Casting your family uh, as your mother, I was really excited to tell you that we'd got Gloria Lynn Henry on board. I don't know if had you seen Phantasm 3 before I cast Gloria in the movie?
I hadn't seen it yet.
For me, when I was a teenager, the Phantasm franchise, they were like my favorite horror movies. So when it came to writing a character to play your mum, I was thinking of like, who were black leading ladies from, like sort of to me, the horror movies I grew up with. And Rocky in Phantasm 3 is like just such an amazing badass character. And I can think of like no one more badass to come in and play your mum in the movie, and so Gloria agreed to come do the film, which was amazing to have her there.
She was so fantastic to work with. In fact, before we filmed, I got her email. You gave me her email, and I contacted her. We were able to work on different things together before we started filming.
Mhm.
And that was just invaluable. And I thought, when we met, I thought, okay, we're just going to run lines probably and meet each other. And she ended up giving me so much advice about my characters. It felt like a real mom, really working with her on set, honestly. If I was struggling with something, especially with the other character, because the other character that I play, she's in one of the scenes, and I was having a little trouble with that character, and she very motherly, quietly whispered something to me like a mom would, and it really helped me. It was just like having my real mother on set with me, and it was fantastic. She was fantastic.
Anyway, we better skip over the rest of the cast, otherwise we'll end up being here all day. But the whole cast did an amazing job of the movie. I mean, I'm really pleased with how this shoot has gone. I'm not pleased with all of my films. I mean, if anyone's got the impression that, you make all these movies and you love them all, if you know me, you know that's not me. I'm really critical and I'm always actually looking to use every movie to improve and make mistakes and try and find out how to make things better on the next one. But this is the one where we've put absolutely the heart and soul into the movie. So I actually think having shot the movie, any horror fan or any fan of, violent and exploitation and grindhouse style movies are going to love watching this movie. I cannot see how this won't be entertaining, even if it's in a so bad it's good sort of a way. People are going to have a wild ride watching what we did in Tennessee on this movie.
Absolutely.
You can't watch a film like The Deep South Death House on Disney Plus or on Netflix or maybe on Prime Video. There's something buried deep down there, but they just aren't making this sort of entertainment anymore. And that's the whole point of this project, is to bring it back to the sort of films I love to watch, and I've been just completely unfiltered and uncensored. This script for me, I don't know if you feel the same, but I think it's definitely my most outrageous script that
Mhm.
I've written. The whole point is to make something, that is completely I mean, it's all in the name of entertainment, but something that's just completely out there and captures people's attention. The point of self-funding the movie and making this project is for it to kind of be like a calling card for me and my style of filmmaking.
This is your best script, your best work. It's really, really good. And there's so many twists and turns and just so much. It's so creative.
Show,
You know
show
what I mean?
people your script, because this is kind of this is kind of crazy how Faith, you decorate your script with images and pictures.
Okay, so just things like this.
It's like every single
Um,
page you turn, it's got everything that's written in the script.
but it's just fun, and this, stuff like this was fun. They ride off into the sunset, they're traveling. This is when times were good for the girls.
You know, it brings it to life. And I was amazed to sit in Waffle House and see you turn in the pages of your script, and every single page had all these things that related to the film. It was just really cool.
All right, here's some gun when our car breaks down. Yeah, I'll keep this for literally forever. I love it. I love it so much.
So we shot the whole movie already, which, is really hard work, but it's kind of the easiest part of the whole process. I've come to realize over the films that I've made, because the hardest thing is actually getting people to actually watch the movie. You put like your blood, sweat, and tears into a project, and then uh, most of the time you don't have control. Like when you finish the film, you hand it off to the company who paid you to make the film, and you don't have any part of it from that point on. They can release it with a terrible front cover, which has happened in the past, or they can change the title, and you can really go and see your hard work just get this terrible treatment. And so with this film, that's something, I wouldn't have made this script with a company that I might have feared would have done that with the film. So part of the reason of doing this Indiegogo campaign is to make sure that the film gets the release I want it to have.
I saw it on your backdrop. It says, Indiegogo. Is that
Yeah,
how you say it?
Indiegogo.
Um,
Yeah.
so I was like, oh wow, okay, what's this?
People can get involved through a crowdfunder in an even bigger way than they can if they were like, just buying a Blu-ray at the store. Through the crowdfunder, they can get a special thank you credit. They can get even bigger producer credits. And then there are also options to get things, not just the copy of the movie, but copy of the script and the poster. So basically, there's all of this stuff which an ordinary release wouldn't allow us to do. I know you like to go into Walmart and actually hold the copy, and I like to go into the shops here or go on Amazon. It's easier to do it that way, but that money doesn't necessarily always come back to the filmmaker. Cool that you can just watch it on your television, might be convenient and is cheaper, it's free because we don't get any money out of it. And then there's no way we can go and carry on making films like this. There's no way we can bring new and original ideas to life like we have done here. So that's really the importance of supporting us directly through this crowdfunding campaign and buying yourself ideally a physical copy of the movie.
I feel like the way we can get people to watch it is by spreading the word. You know me, I go crazy because you know what? I believe in every project that I get to do, every movie, and which most of our movies have been with you. I believe in broadcasting it and promoting like crazy.
Well, anyway, Faith, thanks for coming on here and talking to me. I hope everyone will go now and click the link and support the movie, and get involved in the Deep South Death House. All right, let's play them the trailer.
Sherry, come on!
How the hell she afford a car like that?
She saved all last year, Mama.
How are you gonna support yourself all summer?
You don't have to worry about us, Mrs. Claiborne. We'll take good care of each other. I know there's a whole world out there just waiting for us, Sherry. And if we don't seize the moment now, then when? We have each other's backs. Always. Well, what more do we need?
What is it?
I don't know, the engine or something?
Well, howdy. Looks like you girls got yourself a situation out here. Sir, could you maybe just go into town and let the mechanic know that we're stuck out here?
Whatever you ladies want.
Come on, let's just ride with him. We can get breakfast. I'm starving.
Just got a little something off at my cousin's house.
We didn't agree to no detour.
Hey, boys, come on out here. See what I found us.
Sherry.
You're now the property of Cassini Ranch, understand? You gotta do anything me and my cousins tell you to do. You try to escape, we're gonna beat your ass and add another 20 days.
I don't want to be here for 20 days. What'd they do to you?
I got this whole county wrapped around my little finger.
Please let me go, Sheriff.
You shut the fuck up, you little bitch.
You're getting out of here.
Some hillbillies over in Georgia done kidnapped Sherry.
You ain't getting out of here that easy.
You coming like a motherfucking hurricane, baby, okay?
I will personally see to it that you die on this thing. You done fucked with the wrong